SUPERHOST Hamilton with the show My Planet. This Friday we are winding up the week. We shall share together a few things here and there, and so that we can have a better end of our week. Ninihira mu maisha aho nilekile kutunga mgenyi ndeka kutekereza nguhe wakiwaza nkata kimanye kurungi nangu ankimanyire beitati omuntu botakayikalire nawe aliyo naija otamu akalekile huda sokererwaho asobagire cyamtanga kwija asobora kwija. So the possibilities are more than 75% that I shall host a guest in the course of this show, My Planet. Yes, I have two things right now on my table. One of them is when I was off the screen here, out of the studio, but online, of course, people are following here. One said, why do people commemorate or celebrate occasions or functions or events? I'm supposed to answer that question. Why do people celebrate or commemorate? Many things about celebration or commemoration. Actually, I will emphasize on that. Which we are supposed to commemorate, people say we are celebrating. There are those that are supposed to be celebrated. Some people say we are commemorating, or rather celebrating, or something. So there is that mix which I want to clear this morning when in the course of this presentation. And also remember that this show is bilingual. We are using English as well as Runyakitara, Runyorotoro, for the good reason that we want everybody on board. We don't want to leave anybody behind. And that is what it is. I think it is working because I'm not getting complaints. Why are you speaking English? Why are you speaking Rutoro? No, because I have to speak for sure. And so one of the languages or both languages are applicable here. The other part too of the presentation this morning is to do with healthful living. Healthful living. We shall be simplifying this discussion for everyone out there in the village also to catch up with us, so that everyone is on board. Healthful living. So I'll start with a few quotes here to mark the presentation of this morning. One of them, which I've always mentioned, and don't get tired about it because it is all about life. It is all about life. Never get tired about life, because if you get tired about life, you'll have gotten tired about yourself, and therefore it will be like you don't want to exist, you don't want to stay, you don't want to live. So it's like one earth, one chance. One earth, one chance. When I talk about earth, I'm talking about this planet where we are living, where we are staying, which has all the facilities, the assets, the things, the requirements, the basics that keep our lives going. Keep our lives going. So, yonka kakubeno gisisa twenendi eyokwija komere ram eno bwo kubisiso kimanye kyoyire newo siskeire newo rugireho tosobora ndagamanda tosobora kwata echupa rundi kwata glasi ebirumu habokuba hamu kuseseka ebirumu bukasigaram. Now it cannot happen. So ekyo no semera okyetegereza kurungi. Tosobora kwata echupa rundi kwata glasi amaizi rundi amata rundi sande binyakurumu bikasigaramu nabyo nibyatika. Tosobora kwata just a second, give me a break of 2 seconds. I catch up with something here very fast, and we put things right, a little more right technically here. Yes. Okay, so that one is over. Now okumubyaro tuine bisisi tuine soha kakubo bana organiziba kara twaletaga amaizi ntugeya hamaziba tuleta amaizi tugeya hamaziba okaterebuko okagwa oyetuwekere rundi ohimbire ensoha rundi exisi nkokungambire. Ensoha is pot, a pot. That's the vessel made out of clay. So you know how delicate it is. But also calabash, exisi nchonogama naturally, it's delicate in its own way. So in either of those or both of those, if you kakubobo kyetwekere okaterebuka okagwa amaizi nikyatika of course kandi n'amaizi nigaseseka n'amaizi nigaseseka. So meaning ngu ensi kakubongisisa okatematema ebibiro okamaraho okasisa itaka likabura mu rwezo okatamu evero okatamu ebigilasi okakoraki orwezo okasiskara byokulya bikafa tosobora kweza kandi tosobora kulya, meaning obukotahereze okalya orundi utene horasakira obwomezi bwawe nibugenda. For that reason twine ensi yonka, we have no planet B, no C, no what, no option, no alternative, just a single planet that we have. That's where our life is, and we have one opportunity, one chance to make sure that we save it from destruction, from perishing. I mean, environment destruction, land degradation, and all these things, meaning ensi iriyo nesiskara nesobora kwikaraho ndogirora baitu etali yomugaso. So tuchaino omugisa ngu tugine kandi tuchaino omugisa ngu nisobora kugitangira hii nisobora kugirinda nimba niko alisatali nindora ngu kakuba tuterinda tukaikara tukole ebintu okyempira tuteme bibira ntulima kubi ntulisa kubi ensi nekiyongera kuoma ntugenda myaka etali hara kwika habutagaso bwa amani muno kambwite kuocha heat 1.5 degrees Celsius as a result of carbon emissions or house gas emissions. Okay, so eto nikimanyisa ngu obutagaso bukakuba buhikaho usaye kyomezi kyona kuba nikibaho usaye kyomezi kyona ekisora kwikaraho usaye kyomezi kyona ekisora kwikaraho. So ekyomezi of course ni holy nko muntu no hali ebisoro nebitungwa make embuze nkoko ente nebisoro byo mbisaka kandi even in ebisaka ebyo the bushes, I mean, including forests, grass, everything. Not forgetting water, it will disappear very fast. So it means that's the end of life. So tuchaino mugisa go kujunira ensi yoka ituina, and that's why this saying, this quote is relevant, very relevant to our lives and to this show, My Planet. One earth, one chance, full stop, and also. So ekyo ntekereza kikuru muno. Omaisaho ntujja kutunga aka break kake tukalema adjustment tutunga omugenyi tubaza nawe. I will be tipped on when our guest is around, but in the meantime I can be sharing with you a few things here. Otugenda kumaliza wiki eno naijuka rwebaje ntungirege a couple of questions and ideas. Beginning next week nja kuwa nikura responses nyingi, interacting with people, kwa messages ukija WhatsApp, zikaja na email, zikaja ma messages indi. I must keep responding here so that wako bakagwiza ndi asindikiro kwenda can get feedback kandi nogo akwalite han 40 TV online na wasole kugira sobe ya egamu runde kintu ekya konyerwamu nawe kimehomugisa kukaguza bindi rindukora other observations. Kokumire bagambire haro ene rugamba habwake abantu bajaguza rundi bajuka ebire bitali bimu ebiro twine binge byo kwijuka obundi kujaguza obundi kwijuka hata kwijuka no kujaguza bine embaganiza baitu haro kintu kukubiteraniza at some point which I will point out. Haro hondi abenagamba ngu why really can't you proceed with English all through so that those of us who don't know Toro can really 100% benefit from your presentation? Yes, you come in with some English and there, but sometimes if the whole line of discussion is not in English, at some point we get a little bit cut off. I will give response to that, but finally, the questions that I'm to address, there are those who are saying, there's actually James from Bali is saying, are we going to have the opportunity of having ordinary screens to watch, like we watch TV on NTV, NBS, UBC? Yeah, I think these three questions are very important. Let me start with that one straight away. That for sure, that is the direction the management and leadership of this institution, Fort TV, is working on vigorously to make sure that everyone, even in the village without a smartphone like this and others, you are able to see, you are able to watch, you are able to listen in from the traditional screens, traditional TVs that we're having in the country. We are still now online, and we are being watched and followed by so many host of people following us in thousands and thousands, and I'm positively afraid we are moving into millions of followers on this Fort TV. And so the management is responding to that question of getting the sites for traditional viewing on these other screens. Number two, the language really cannot go 100% English, because then remember, majority of the people in this region are Rutoro, Nyaktara speakers, Rutoro, and therefore really I'll be a little bit unfair to them. A little bit unfair there. I can't take things for granted, and I can't assume that everybody is following in English in my rural communities here. And you know, east to west home is best, and so the first consideration is for this area, so that everybody is on board following online, but in his or her language. So my dear brother, about the language, I can't go 100% English, because there are other people, majority of the people will be left behind, who are not able to follow in English 100%. But also bear with me that the little bit that I chip in can help a little bit. Possibly you can make an effort to learn some bit of Nyaktara or Nyorotoro somehow, but also we shall be making, in our planning meetings, we shall be adjusting to see if one day could be for English, one day could be for Nyorotoro, I don't know. We shall talk with the management. We have planning meetings that streamline some of the things. But I think we are so far doing well in terms of mixing both languages. I will take the final advice from this administration center. Yeah. Okay. Ekyo mbere kigambira mu Rutoro, abantu abamwe bagamba mbalize kimongereza, abantu bagamba mbalize kimorotoro. Natekereza ngu kuba obwinganiza habuli rubaju, nimbazayo hanukake, things like that. For good reasons, kantunge edakika ibiri hawa break. Katumule kataito, nywaka glass ko tuiz hanu, kande iwo nywaka wako, leka nuko tuje tusetuke kandi tuli very fresh.
Fort TV, stay entertained.
Welcome to Kabarole. Join young people's quest for trusted family planning innovation. Young people in Kaole district in Western Uganda are bombarded with false information and misconceptions on family planning, both offline and online. Young people's lives are increasingly influenced by digital technology, such as social networking, instant messaging, and browsing websites. This connectivity creates unprecedented opportunities to access trusted family planning information. According to Uganda AIDS Commission report of 2020, Kaole district ranked second highest with HIV/AIDS prevalence rate, standing at 14.6% and 35% rate of teenage pregnancy. It is from this background that young people in the district are using innovative digital technology to provide solutions to these gaps on their sexual, reproductive, and health and family planning. Reproductive Health Uganda, together with Safe Hands, have engaged young people through human-centered designs. These include an AI-powered chatbot, Ask RHU, that instantly answers SRHR questions confidentially. Outreach tablets for peer educators to provide outreach services with engaging digital content. Hello, my name is Claire Kagaju. I'm a peer educator from Fort Portal, Uganda. I'm going to be talking about outreach tablets. These are electronic tablets that are portable. These tablets are one of the tools we've been using to go to field to spread information to the young people and the community at large. These tablets are well equipped with SRHR information. We have an app called it's the Safe Hands app. This app has a lot of information about SRHR at large. We talk about menstruation, we talk about contraceptives, the things that mainly affect young people and the community at large anyway. These tablets help us monitor and evaluate the progress of the project because they record data in real time so that we see how far we're progressing in our work. And one thing the tablets have really saved us is we no longer carry flip charts, papers, markers to the field, and it is more convenient because the tablets have videos that explain how to use a condom, how an IUD works, and these tablets we can also use our local languages when we are giving out information to young people. Yeah, meaning they're more user friendly than when we go to remote areas in Fort Portal. Stories for Change, digital storytelling for advocacy, a springboard for youth-led advocacy.
Hello, my name is Abu Sen. I'm a peer educator from Fort Portal, western part of Uganda. I'm here to talk about Stories for Change workshops where we learned how to create profiles and also create content that tells stories. Our profiles as peer educators who come from Fort Portal, who were trained, really talk. When you look at our social media profiles, you will see that this person is a real advocate when it comes to sexual and reproductive health. And also, we learned how to create content that tells stories, that bring change, and also that change young people's lives. Through this content we post on our social media, young people follow us, and really I can say that they like the content that we create. And through the content, they've learned a lot. For example, we created content on abortion, unsafe abortion, where young people in my community during the lockdown used herbs, for example, traditional herbs to do abortion, and one of the young people resulted to heartache. So we created that content for them to learn from that content. So the content that we create tells stories that change their lives. I can say this is amazing, and yeah.
Welcome to Kabarole. Join young people's quest for trusted family planning innovation. Young people in Kawela district in western Uganda are bombarded with false information and misconceptions on family planning, both offline and online. Young people's lives are increasingly influenced by digital technology, such as social networking, instant messaging, and browsing websites. This connectivity creates unprecedented opportunities to access trusted family planning information. According to Uganda AIDS Commission report of 2020, Kawela district ranked second highest with HIV/AIDS prevalence rate, standing at 14.6% and 35% rate of teenage pregnancy. It is from this background that young people in the district are using innovative digital technology to provide solutions to these gaps on their sexual, reproductive, and health and family planning. Reproductive Health Uganda, together with Safe Hands, have engaged young people through human-centered designs. These include an AI-powered chatbot, Ask RHU, that instantly answers SRHR questions confidentially. Outreach tablets for peer educators to provide outreach services with engaging digital content. Hello, my name is Claire Kagaju. I'm a peer educator.
Hello, you are very welcome again to our show. Plannet with the SUPERHOST Hamilton. Mberege ntandikire nenyo mbaramukize mbasimira matangirire mbere ntandikire gakamwe kwa guzo bike. I had 3 questions here on the language. Others asking me why can't you go 100% in Toro, 100% English. I've said bear with me, it's not practically possible because we have two sets of people. Yes, there are those who are following in English and not catching up with the Nyaktaro Nyorotoro, but there are those who majority are in Nyorotoro and Nyaktara, so I have to make sure both sets of people benefit, and so you'll bear with me. So the show is bilingual. We throw in some bit of English and of course mainly Nyorotoro or Nyaktara and other Bantu languages like Luganda. You are going to hear some bit of Luganda this morning, for example. With me, as you can watch, or rather you can see, I have a guest already. He will be comfortable, he is very comfortable in English, but also some small Nyorotoro. And Luganda is more than 100% perfect, but because of our sets of people that we need to benefit, we shall be mixing the languages. That question is answered for now, bear with us. But number 2, the going on the main screen, traditional screens, on sets like UBC, NTV, Sanyuka and so on. The management here of 4TV is working on that. In foreseeable future, we shall be getting traditional, we shall be getting, well, continuing online, but also feeding into that traditional kind of viewing. But I have assured you that online, we are catching up very fast and we are threatening 1 million followers with us here. Because I can see so many followers in my show, my Plannet. How about other shows here? Because they are all precious shows on this 4TV. Number 3, the question was about, this was James in Tororo. Yeah. Why do people celebrate, stroke commemorate occasions or events? We have many reasons why we do celebrate or commemorate events. Because somebody was asking is a little bit off, so let me put it simply in a bit of English, as briefly as possible, and then maybe at some occasion I can chip in for the rest of my majority of my people here locally to follow better. We have 2 words. We have commemoration, we have celebration. They are slightly different. We celebrate something good, something memorable, something that we must really keep remembering, we must cherish, we must even carry forward. For example, birthdays. We celebrate birthdays because we thank God that we are born. So you keep remembering your birthday, coming into the world, enjoying life and so on. Marriage occasions or events, what do we say, what do we call them? Okay, so we remember the day when you got married. You can celebrate annually, you can celebrate anniversaries. Exactly, that's the right word. That's anniversaries. You see, I have the Namki guest here, so we celebrate them. We try to see that they come almost every day, but of course we do have segmentation over the periods. So we can celebrate them annually, or after every 1 year, or after 10 years in terms of a decade, or 25 years. I think that one is silver jubilee or something. 50 years golden jubilee and so on. 75 years diamond and so on. So you can move to 100. So good things, good occasions, good events, good things of that nature. We really we celebrate those anniversaries and so on. But there are some situations that we also remember, even when they are not good, but we remember because we pick lots of lessons from them. We pick from, like if you lost a parent, and every year you have to have a memory of this parent. You come together to remember how good this parent was, how lovely, and you remember all those things. So you are not celebrating simply like ordinary celebrations, but you are remembering. The memories are running through. So in that kind of thing we are commemorating, yeah, and we are remembering. So we have World AIDS Day, for example. I hear people in this world say, we're celebrating World AIDS Day. How can you celebrate? Celebration means that you really need this thing to keep around, to keep in the memory, to keep enjoying. So you cannot enjoy, of course, HIV/AIDS. So you really don't celebrate, you commemorate. So let me keep it short, because then we must go into some other discussion. Abongereza tena batwara weza nambe na bahicha kama zimbaleke. So ngaruke her topic of discussion for this morning, this Friday, tukija kukinga honayo tugenda gitandika hati tujja kutunga kumura mukake kake nuko tunge fresh air and a glass of water here and there. Our focus will be healthful living, okomera obomezi oburungi. Nyoni ntekereza eno niyo nsonga nkuru itwe n'abantu munsi niyo tulo ntwetaga komera bituka kuboyomera orwire no sasa nora no sinda no koraki tosobora kwegonza abandi ohura nagamba kakuba mfire nkaruga bojo kana chanda munsi kana bona. So ekikumanisa kuija komera living, komera obomezi oburahire, long life. Nchetaga obomero semerirwe, obomere uli kurungi, obomere no yegonza. And that is the wish of every one of us here. The wish of every one of us. So ntija kutandika na a quote. A quote is simple here, it is very short. It is saying health is wealth. Health is wealth. Obomezo burungi nubwo buguda. Iyo urekimanyire ngo mutu nasoko bali mguda kyonka narara nasinda nakorake na kitabu cyeta takubiyama no mutebeta kwikaramu no mutoka yata kujama. Ndiba mchumba nibyo kule birungi nibimulya makuli. Na tetene enjare yego ne muruma baitu tatene kika cyokugonza kuli. Murungeza no cyeta kurungi no appetite. Tingamba njara tengaba bisuma tengaba baitu asigirwa yangirwa mutema tugenda kuli akuba tali kurungi mu bomeziwe is not healthy. So health is wealth. Osobora kuba otine bugude bwa mani chonko ino bomezi burungi no semererwa kaka koliro lire tungire baitu kastohura kurungi mu bomezi no manya obwire bona obuguda ndubija kweyongera. So health is wealth. Therefore, having said that, let me introduce my lovely guest this morning. Nyino mgenyi ono naruga mkitongole cha Reproductive Health Uganda. Like yesterday we had a guest from Reproductive Health Uganda in charge for this region in terms of administration and management was here, but from the same organization one other person has come. Nomanya tongole bina departments nyingi aroho departments endi nosanga ya environment endi nosanga eri yemirimo etaliemu nemu betate unyine nyenchenu ali mu projects zensinganto emirime kwata muno ensinganto noje kuchetegereza ngo Reproductive Health Uganda onkoze research nsangire ebichweka hakinana hakikumi omutema gwayo ne gutamuno hansinganto, the young people, the youth. Hati oburukuboli wo kubalinda kurungi, kubatekanisa kurungi, kubekaza kurungi, no batera ebyo kukora tukweta projects. Kandi hati mgenye unyine nyenchenu nuwe aino jonanizibwa ha projects runda mirimo habyo kukora ebyensinganto. Ningenda kumuhomugisa abaramukyeho mulimi okumurahukira muno abokuba ruono rwara abazo kumurahukira niwe nurija kukurahukira. Obara mara kuturamukyaho ato yanjure kurunga amabarage mu bwijire no bunanga manyete rugagamba ako atali mwana muto nguni mugambira. Of course rija kwehura kurunga bako nabaza amabarage. It is another memory of good things. When to mention his own name. So wara mara kwa zecho then nja kuba nimukaguza bintu bikebike natonanata kurungi mukhanura kwita omgenyi wange wabale kwija kandi omgenyi wogwa kukurora kandi nja kulirize na semerwa muno kutangira mu studios za 40 TV hano tukara semeriro wirwa nchukurora nanyo amwe serious man harobo sanga ndigize first betu tosoko dano kikaronigiza hako kusemeza bingi ya ramcha tulirize o tugambire ni boha norgankaha ekitongole cyokurugamo n'ibintu jagana tuhanura mpora tulihangika ya healthful living. Yes,
wabale muno umutekaniza program
yeah.
Aboli amabara gange bambita Hassan Sebogo wao.
Yes,
nkora na kitongole cha Reproductive Health Uganda. Kitongole ekyo kinamu department is konyera emnyeto kai membe I'm one of the leaders abembera aba emyeto ensinganto under the project of Right Here Right Now project, and we shall be talking more about that inshallah as we go on.
Webali muno Hassan Sebugwao, webali kuija kutetanzaho. Hassan Sebugwao is his day today is a big day for him today. Why? You can guess. This is Friday. Mark you, this is Friday. I didn't maybe remind you about the date. The date is 9th of February 2024. But today is Friday, and so Hassan Sebugwao works on Fridays, but it is his day. He goes to worship, for prayers and so on. So when you have him as a guest today, it's a big day for sure. I have a special guest. Munyoro Sebugwao hano mu region mkicheka kino cha Bwezoba ebyesinganto byemeriye bita katugambe one singanto nyingi zo kutangatangana nazo mu project ya Right Here Right Now bojo na bisiki rundi no muno singanta bojo nde singanta bisiki project sike ziriyo nizigenda maiso konyera singanta kandi numuzireta kubakonyera muliki to help them in which way? About what? Are they having problems? Are they having challenges? Why do you have to have business with the younger people here?
Okay, thank you very much. I'm taking the program. Right Here Right Now is an advocacy project. Before the project began, bakoro kunonyereza what is affecting these young people not to become more responsible people in our society and in our communities. Kunonyerezo kuoreka emnyeto ensinganto zikosebwa muno in terms of their health, in terms of their well-being. Kunonyerezo kuoreka emnyeto mingi muno zitwarinda ngati tezihikire emyaka ejo kutwarinda. So toreka anti emnyeto gine ino
when you get stuck with the renewal Toro can chip in Uganda, okay. No problem, plus bits of English. After all, you are mainly addressing the young people,
okay,
so
please.
Majority can catch up.
So many of them at this time, for example, between the age of 10 to 18 years, we're expecting these young people to be in school by Isomero. But you find some of them, because of not being guided, because of some of the influence that they have, they end up getting pregnant when they are not ready to carry the pregnancy. You realize that many things come when a person becomes pregnant. It's very, very hard for a person to live a life they are supposed to live when they are pregnant, when they are not ready to carry the pregnancy. So, very many young people would get pregnant, and then also the pregnancy comes with so many other challenges, like dropping out of school, like getting HIV, like STIs, like unsafe abortions, among others. So, one of the things that we found out in this region is that many young people get pregnant before they are they could carry the pregnancy in the rightful ways of carrying it. Bachali bato. Ekyakabiri batunga akawuka komnywerero. So in ways when they are kind of trying to interact with fellow young people, adults and others, they always have sexual intercourse which is not protected. So when they have such relationships, when they're not protected, it means they are easily exposed to other diseases like HIV. Research was made whereby 14.6% of almost all HIV infections amongst young people. So that percentage is very, very high. It means that many young people are suffering, many young people are getting exposed, and they're getting HIV, and it's not only stopping on them. When the person gets HIV, it means they can easily pass it on to another young person they are trying to relate with. So the project comes in to kind of help and support kuyambaho okoreka nga bino ebizibu byona ebyemyetu tubikwatagaziza hamu, then we see how we can address them as key partners, but also with the young people. We always have a saying that nothing for young people without them. So we always have a number of engagements and programs to help them address some of these issues as we are able to address them in our activities, as I will share with you.
Webale muno nyorose bugwao iwa nyakulineta for TV ningira norora engige nkuru yakoleka ngo ensinganto eminyeto abana baita hoja na baisiki ebintu olemezo bakutangatangana wakwa bali bato, of course ebitekerezo ni bugutanamo nikira ko kubaburanganiza kwakozese batakokozere nibamalira bengi batwerenda batakahikire abantu nibaruga masomero abantu batungana endwara silimu ningoza kaguza Hassan project eno ya right here right now ne bakonyereta specifically mungiga nkaisatu ina temanyire. How useful is this project? What is it essentially anyway? How does it look like? As if it is a structure?
Thank you very much. Tekeza program. Number one, right now project is an advocacy project. Advocacy means we are empowering this young person okubanga asobola okubazaho kubizibu ebimteganisa. So number one, we empower them, we build their capacity. And capacity in terms of knowing that there's a life that they need to take, or there's a life that they need to live. So the first capacity building we do is to know about their lives, how precious their lives is. When you're trying to introduce the program, you said healthy living. So everyone deserves a healthy life whereby you're not supposed to kind of live when you have issues with your health, with your systems and other things around you. So we always empower them on how to protect themselves by knowing the value of life. If you know the value of life, it means you can ably protect it. So echokubanza tubasomesa the importance of health and keeping your life healthy. Echakabiri, we also teach them on how to protect your lives in case you want to kind of enjoy it, because these are young people, they are sexually active and they are always curious and very, very eager to find out things that happen
experiment
their lives. So while we're going out to experiment, it means you can protect your life, and you give them strategies on how can you protect your life. You're not just going out there to enjoy your life, but just have a precaution that when I'm out there, this is the way I'm supposed to protect myself. Number three, we also put them we have programs of training peer educators, and these peer educators now reach out to other peers within the communities. So we have different young people in different communities that have formed a number of groups, youth groups, that make young people come together, discuss and dialogue some of those issues that affect them. But also coming back to those in school, because the age target is between 10 to 24, you find young people, some young people are within the schools, but has somero. So when they are in the schools, still these discussions have to continue. But that's why we have formed the youth clubs. Haro youth clubs, masomero, what we call peer education clubs, or right now clubs within the schools, where the young people come together, discuss some of those issues and how they can deal with the challenges that they are facing within the schools. Yeah.
Okay. Otemuna Hassan habuku turabya mkusoboro ku ningira nitondera kandi kila munyo singanta nimbasaba abanyakuli 40 TV, you are viewing, you are listening in, please pay much attention, because this is extremely important. Health is wealth, and tosobora kwegoniza mbomezi bwawe mentally, physically, socially otali momezi kurungi mbomezi bwawe kandi inyo nka change agents abarkwatwaho ubomezi bwanyu no wabagenzi banyu singanto the peers, please, your ambassadors for these messages. So take this opportunity to know that at least if possible once a week this organization RHU will be having at least 30 or so minutes presentation here, and we are really focusing on younger people so much. Kandi ngatunga kutekereza no kwechumitiriza hako bundu kurora chief executive officer wa CEO wa 40 TV okarole miaka inaki is a young person. Yes. Is a dynamic young person. Then ingira Kim Habirotobi, his vision is really to use this institution to help the younger people come up. So omuntu kogu baratekereza kintu kakinu kukikora na focusing aliwe singanto. Why can't you like it more? Invite more to follow online on this 40 TV. You will benefit greatly. Otimuno Hassan kututwara kutwicha mkichweke cho hatika mkaguza kanta kandi takagenze kumuraho oburkuba oliyo no tamunkora project as you implement this project.
Yes.
How do you see the response of these young people? Are they coming along? Are they slackening? Are they like not embracing? What is the response? Yeah.
Thank you very much for taking the program. Of course, for the years we've been on ground, there are many young people who have embraced the program. They have been able to join youth groups, and within the youth groups, we are able to pass on information from one young people to another, one person to another. But also, some of these young people within the groups have been able to have different IGA programs that are able to help themselves take on life without having focused on other things that can take away their lives. For example, there are some youth groups that we started with only 12 members, but currently they are almost around 40, and they are doing well. They are bringing on board other young people within their communities, and they are having a lot of discussions on how they can protect themselves from some of those things we talked about earlier.
Okay.
Yeah, so young people are embracing this. Recently, we are also in the schools. Like Kagoche Seed, like Mpanga SS, like Kahinju SS. So some of those young people are also kind of embracing the program, and they are looking forward to kind of supporting each other to see that some of those challenges are addressed.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, the program is really empowering. The program is really mind-changing, but also it also touches the key issues that affect young people in their lives, and that is the sexual and reproductive health.
Yeah. So far, I'm making an observation here that Nabanipura Hassan Obianako presentation agambire project eno ya rate ya now ne focusing on singanto hagati ya myaka 10 na 24. Manyire projects zigira obusumi bwazo ne myaka na hati cyampa kutekereza muno hamuzeire ensinganto omwana omojo ndio mwisiki atakayikize myaka 10 nikimanyisa yiwo muzeire ochaino bujunanizibwa bokumorora no kumorolera kumuhicha harulengo at least nambere aija kubera member mu projecting ken aijemu ayino msingi gwomezo burungi. So responsibility ya parenting abazeire okutwara byonanisibwa obukorora no kuza no kulinda kuringa abana baitu norora bwa amani habokuba emyaka yobuto nambere omwana kuba na buraburanganira na kirikiro bwingi eri mikono yabazeire. So project ino tutagamba ngu nekwata singanto zonka kyonka hati o abegi barundi singanto bakaba bali project ino lewo muzeire ne kukonyerwa kuno. So therefore obukuba mwana wao mtekaniza kurungo morere kurungi neja kwanguhirwa kutunga okugasirwa project yen hati ogumuzaire ha myaka eno omuntu ona takatayira project hati nyuma ya myaka 24 nikimanyisaki yiwe ensinganto anya kubeera project yen abukuwe myaka yanu kebeire hati wate ugagenda mu 25 na 26 hati wabaheri ya project yen kyamanyisa okwego koyegera project yen kusemerera kukonyera okwomera bwomezi bw'obujunanizibu habokuba tokujja kutebwa hamwe n'omutima kokuba kutaho omutima esingate zagati emyaka eno so abazaire niwe wenyine akufibwaho at some point okimanye kuno bere nofibwa kwetu nogenda kwefa kwerolera nokozesa okuhaburwa kwa abazaire nkokuba korere na okuhaburwa kwa project eno kokwe kutwaza atakagenzire kumbara Hassan esingante banu how do you gather them numbatunga muta numbakumakuma muta mukikora mutakora mwatanga mwakora planning mwekananiza kintu nuko project etanke gana maiso mu field
webale muno mutekenza wa program tuina program na abebembezi babyaro the leaders at the community level are one of our key ambassadors and key gatekeepers. Abebembezi abo harimu CDOs, harimu LC2 chairpersons, harimu parish chiefs, harimu youth councillors, the youth leaders at the different sub-counties. So tukoragana nabo kurungi tubasaba batuyambe batoreke ensingantu ezenda kuyambibwa. So we can't know whatever is happening within those sub-counties. So those leaders are very key in trying to identify one, the key key hot spots where those cases very, very highly pronounced. For example, hanyuma ya program tuikara hamna DCDO, the district community development officers, ya toreka ebikaro hari ebikaro ebim nga issues zineno nga zitawanyanya abana okusinga atewa ewalala. So
tukiranizege mu Uganda so kubaza abantu bakona Uganda barumanye muno.
Yes sir. So natugamba nti mu bitunde ebimu ebintu bineno bya bitawanyanya abavubuka okusinga ebitunde ebirala. For example, yatoleka Hakibale, yatoleka Arutete, natoleka Harugongo, Kichwamba and others. So natugamba nti focus on those areas. If you are able to kind of address some of those issues, tujaba tukoze eki tutuse ku awasingo kubera nga watawanyizibwa. So but also we didn't stop there. We also had to also follow up the leaders in those areas so that they are able to help us. So how do we mobilize these young people?
Yeah.
So those leaders are the ones who know these areas, and these leaders were elected to kind of serve these young people. So we can't work alone as a project, but we work with the leaders, we work with the health workers, we work with the youth councillors, we work with all those people that are there at the community level,
okay,
so that we can reach the young people.
Okay, webale muno Hassan. The next 1 minute we shall be going for break, but before we go for break, nsinganto bano omugonza omukwa mutali mu field ni mugonza kujja kubatanga okuhanura nabo encourage you. Do you have a place? Do you have a youth friendly place where you call and meet them, or just what?
Webale muno mtekaniza program. Yeah, we used to have a place, a youth corner, but we realized it was very small and it wouldn't accommodate a great number of young people. And under the project we lobbied ne tusaba kitongole kituyambeho tutonga omwanya ogw'emyetejo. So as we are talking now, we are planning to have a very beautiful and spacious youth space at our office in Boma. So we're going to refurbish it, equip it, and make it very, very youth friendly. And I'll be calling on young people to come and use their space.
Exactly.
Baiji, Basomi, there is a lot of vibe there. Baiji, Bazani, Baiji, Bongero Kwega.
Yeah.
So it's in plan. It's not fully fledged, but it's in plan.
But it's ongoing.
Yes, it's work in progress.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ago Makunarungi, Hansinganto, you have a youth-friendly place. So nobody watakakimalirize to furnish it extremely well. You can still be moving to your home, to your center.
Sure.
There's still some space for you. So it's a youth-friendly organization. Now you can see Kimbeni Bagambel. Ngocheka kinana kikumi organization yani RH ni focusing young people. Dora ni baba kora ni kikaro hamra tanga nirag. So that mleke kuwa scattered kuraranga kuburangana, mwege bingi, mahanule bingi, mkole mzano, musemererwe, akweseza kagambo kanyu, ka vibe. And so that's very good. Also, ekikali of course kila clinic ijo in charge kwa na bagambira, abatabayireho of course betati into bagambira ngo reproductive health Uganda hano mu region center yayo Eliboma and Fort Portal, mwirembo lya Toro Club kandi igamire Fort Motel abakumanya Boma waruga Katale Mpanga wara post office watemba nebyapa biru mu ngudomo utaka kubutukira kugenda direction ya police no kyata mkono gobulyo nebyapa biroho ni kudirectinga. So it is an accessible place, accessible, easy to reach, comfortable and people friendly generally, but youth friendly place as well. Katumulio kataito ntija ntugaruka mu dakika zitakira hahitano mu maisawa ni kusaba utarugaho oteho mtima kandi iwe hiro kugasirwa no kukonyerwa ko muntu. You are a change agent, you are an ambassador, so you have to carry this message and invite many more to join you online as you watch 40 TV where we keep in time. Don't go away.
Stay entertained.
Hello everyone, my name is Kagelin Chusha. I'm a member of the Youth Action Movement, which is under RHU, Reproductive Health Uganda. We came up with a messenger-based chatbot, and it's a very easy and affordable tool to use. It answers every question regarding reproductive health and other related issues. Like you can ask family planning methods, how they are done, how they're inserted, or even STDs. It can be used in this way. You enter your messenger, type in Ask RHU, and then you just ask any question that you want. It is very easy and your identity won't be revealed or anything like that.
RHU is a tool that will help young people answer each and every question about reproductive health information, and this is a tool that will be available for you 24/7.
Yeah, to me, I think Ask RHU is one thing that young people have been waiting for. Most of the times we've been getting information which is biased, which is not correct from the social media. But now Ask RHU, with the way how you interact with the chatbot, on Messenger, asking questions and knowing what you don't know. It's really important for us young people. So Ask RHU is an opportunity for us young people to know more about sexuality and for us to understand our sexual or reproductive health. Thank you so much, RHU, for a great chatbot. Thank you.
Webaleyo mukumuraho kunyaka glass ko twizi habaki nyumba za muna mwizi. You know what is life? What is life? Hati no muntu wenka mubiri gwaka ko burwa mamayizo kaba dehydrated tosobora kuomera bwomezo burungi. And you know we are talking about healthful living. And I'm saying that health is wealth. So for that reason ungamba ka break humuraho kikuru muno kandi okanya no twizi kikuru muno, keep yourself fresh for good health. We are back from break. I'm still with Hassan Sebugwao, in charge projects for younger people in reproductive health Uganda, now in Western region. Tuamanya nambere kikali chukekusangwa kandi yaralize nsinganto kutunga gobwire ukagendayo. Those in school and out of school, you are free. This is your home organization, I can say. It's your family organization. Come and embrace it. Come and be a member. Actually, it is a membership organization. RH Reproductive Health Uganda kitongole icho bwa member nosobora kutahamu notongamo bwa member no butungota nsobora kubaza tukwatalia hambe hano nikirahuka oborano gamba kiwalize gambe hano nja kukikora baitu kandi ndikubaha my contacts na Hassan nja kubaha contacts size na incha jakabaha. So no soko tutera no send message on the email no kaguza ni sobranta kuba member ni tagisaki, but it is a membership organization. Netekereza mune singanta no soko ba member na abantu abakoni basoko ba member. No soko ba member buli mwaka na no renewinga no garabshaka membership yawe no soko kuba life member. No nikimanisa ngo kutahamu ka member o saswire o kasente kake ka membership entry. Then buli mwaka no hayoga ka subscription, you know, to brush off the dust on your membership or to support the organization. So it's not an expensive organization for you to join. And once you join, you become more or less a family member. You have a belonging. You know, abantu bengi abama singanta barukora vote TVN ba member. Hati nikirahuka kutunga mgisa nkenu institution kazino zikuwa zizire crossing over to join and work with this kind of institution. So maybe insoko ejukia namba zange ze simo kakuguza nyo directly habokuwa nyine ibintu kumanyaho RHU habokuwa ndi life member for example. So kankwe namba zange ze simo ntakeberwe na hasa nyo tanga kumaliza ja kuheze, then you can join as a younger person, you can join as an old person. RHU tekutanga miaka tegamba ngo tahinguze myaka eno kujoininga project nzo zigambe myaka eno betite nka organization RHU organization kali myaka yona katukamba hakiri kutanikira myaka 10 hati omwana we myaka 5 arajoininga na manyaki ha myaka 10 no kuyongera igure. Namba yange yesimo eri obukuli muhanga muno munda 072 nkagana 8 17 072 kagana 8 17 0772 68 37 19. The Airtel one is 0752 550 221. 0752 550. What am I saying? Yes. 0752 550 221. Yes. 0 musanji 52 5 5 2 name. Email address Kalyegira nko kukulihura witu mnyuguti ntetatete kalyegira2017@gmail.com. kalyegira2017@gmail.com. Yes, Hassan, tutakageza kumuraho twagamba ngo obuturagaruka noja kubazaho ebintu bindi tubetakabalizeho no biraba ngo nibitaha mungana tikinansonga, so you can move forward and share with the younger people and every one of us who are watching in and listening in.
Okay, webali muno mutekaniza. We said that tugambire mukubanza kuli the young people are empowered to get the information. Rundi is not only information that is enough for this young person. So after getting the information, you need the service now. Okutunga obuhereza obuli mu myaka So there are very many services that are there for young people, but in according to their age categorization that suits their preference. So obuherezo obu harimu obwa family planning, harimu obwa HIV protection nebindi. So young people are encouraged to, after having the information, you go and get the rightful service from the different health facilities which are around you, because you may be very far from RHU Boma here, but you are near Nyanta Boma Health Center or Kichwamba Health Center. So after getting the information, you are encouraged to go and get the rightful service so that you are able to enjoy your health to the fullest. The other point is about also trying to protect yourself from getting those diseases that we talked about. For example, we always encourage young people to always use protection. Why am I talking about protection? Is because we always say that protection is better than
cure. Prevention is better than
prevention is better than cure. So we're able to protect yourself from HIV. Please, there are many ways that have been proven by the government on how we can protect ourselves. For example, if you use the ABC strategy, for young persons who are in school, we always encourage you to always take the A, abstinence. Why? Because if you abstain while in school, you are able to protect yourself from some of those things without you kind of having issues to kind of disrupt your school activities. So, please keep in school. Please ensure that you protect yourself until you are ready and able to take on those decisions that you are able to make, and also responsible for what comes out of that. Then we have the B, being faithful. Those who are in relationships, for example, young people out of school. We have young people who are out of school. We encourage them that if you have a partner, or if you have a person that you feel the person is part of your life, please be faithful to that person. Be faithful in terms of protecting yourself, whether they are around or not, so that you are able to also limit some of those challenges that are always faced during some of those engagements. Then the other one is C, being able to use a condom. Why am I also talking about the C? Is because many young people have a myth and misconception. When you have sexual intercourse using a condom, so we always say that yes, after having protected yourself. So please protect yourselves. Why? Because when you protect yourself, you have 100% assurance that your life is being your life is safe, and you're not at risk of anything that may be engaged to you, anything that may affect your life for as long as you don't know the other partner's HIV or other status issues.
Otakeyongere Hassan wano bazahengigegene tukakantu kakuru muno.
Okay.
Kozesa no safe sex.
Yes.
Hati kuna abantu abagamba manya kunyonyera sweet mukavera. No, ebintu biko kubirukorwa scientifically harmu ebyorkwetaga kura nko korkwenda nibiraba ni feelings ezo ni sije. So it transmits what you want to feel like. So tekiri nke kibaho rundiki no, it's mechanism yakyo na amasemera gorkwetaga negakuwa. But of course aija kubagambira programu ezindi zikongeraho enkozesa yabo piro yika kuba utakakozesa kurungi kasobora kutakugasira kurungi so neja kubana bagambira but of course hato myth and misconception ending abana bagamba ngo kasobora kusigaramu kasokulemeramu no so nikisigikira nukakoze sota he will be talking about those obwatakikiwa hata bwire any other time akuwa is likely to be coming at some other occasions here so ngoneza kongereza akataito beitu ijukangu health is wealth hati iwe ubomezi waka kwa utalwanizibwa hano no guda mwiso tokuja kutunga life first continue
bari muno mtekeneza program as I wonder that point I look into there's something that we are planning to have in this month. Very many young people call this month a love month. Mwezi kwa Gwengonzi. So many young people are expecting to have a number of engagements and relationships that will lead to so many outcomes. But as you prepare for example, Valentine's Day, make sure that one of the key things that you put at the back of your mind is protecting yourself. Being protected. Protect yourself and ensure the other person is also protected. So yes, you're going to enjoy, and at the end of the day, if you're not protected, you'll be able to kind of not live the life you wanted to live, in case you are not able to prevent yourself from some of those key things that we are talking about. Still on that line, we always encourage and empower young people to always be leaders of their lives, to take leadership of their lives in terms of, like, number one, consent. How are you able to consent to whatever is going to happen on your life? The first person to lead their lives is you, the owner of the life. So it is very important to always ensure that you have consent to whatever is going to be done in some of those things that are going to be happening during that time. Why am I talking about consent? Is because many young people think that if I have this person, I've prepared where we're going to be, enjoy, and then things happen out not to be the way that we planned them to be. For example, you meet someone and then they say, no, for me I'm not going to use protection. Then the person will say, no, but you've already consented. So if things change within the discussion and the processes, please also be able to change and take leadership of your body. Why? Because your body is very precious and your body should be protected. So this is a message to all our young people, so that they are able to kind of think about it as they are trying to prepare some of those engagements and season, as we call it as the love month.
Thank you so much, Hassan. Our viewer, our listener, we are really progressing and focusing on the younger people this morning, and even to adults. Obumezi tuwine mtano turgama ngwati obundamara kubansinga tunkarabamu myaka ege bisigera nobundafa betu nyoni ndora abantu bengi nako mukekunu muguluso myaka 9 bakorwana bagamba mutware mu rwaro mujanja bikumanisi itene obumezi ntugoza abakwa window health is wealth, and so healthful living is very important. Kankujuche reproductive health Uganda RHU and for Poto how offices a clinic boma nibakora for I think let me say 12 hours officially. Kurugasa ibiri za nyencha paka ina zekiro this time round mumanyire ebitongole bitabimu na marwaro ga government na mbere bakora kurugasa katugambe sa ibiri za nyencha kukasa 10 mu rwebaje chonka nuko kibene kirakuba mbitongole bingi na rechiye ginuko bene kole nyumoko baitu muntekanize pyake zinyakuro mu ihanga liona centers in reproductive health centers homes or offices nibakora kurugasa ibiri za nyencha han mu western region nibakora kuika saa ina zekiro kako otunga kutalibanizibwa nogonza kwekaguzaho nogonza keberwa nogonza kujanjabwa zaka saa 12 rwebajo yemu yekiro 2 zekiro 3 zekiro ofisi nizibasi cyakingwire clinic neba ecyakingwire so otafuirwa obuherezo hati ico kimwe cyakabiri ninyija kusaba Hassan otekisa ntabwo kuba wabaliza akagambo ka family planning hati family planning haroho abantu bakugyetegereza miringe taliyemu haro abakaguza ni bagamba hati ka young people singato bana abuja bato nabisike abato kabatakatungireza family nogonza ba planning eki so mo family planning ni bakora hari abantu they have different understanding of this and perceptions and so on. Yeah, demystify this one at least for the young people.
Everybody muno mtekanza program. Family planning, first and foremost, we just need to know what does it mean. Family planning is when an individual or a couple make an informed decision on when to have children, the interval in between them, and the number of children to have. So it's an individual, omuntu ngaliyenka kurundi nga babiri. So a young person can also go into family planning or can initiate family planning depending on their age. Hari family planning is emnyeto, family planning is abantu abakuru. For example, a young person can plan their family by one, abstaining. If you're abstaining, it means you are preventing yourself from getting pregnant, which is family planning. So you're planning for a family you're going to have in future, so that you don't interrupt your programs. But also, there are family planning methods that are used by young people. For example, condoms. We've talked about condoms. They're called barrier methods. You're trying to protect yourself from getting pregnant using a barrier, something which can prevent conception from taking place.
Also, not only conception but diseases.
Very good.
Sexually transmitted.
Actually, it's called a dual method.
Yeah, sure.
It's called a dual method. Why? Because you're protecting yourself from HIV, but also from getting unwanted pregnancies. Yeah, so young people are able to kind of use a method which speaks to their needs. Then we have other methods, the other conventional methods, whereby you can go to the facility. You are assessed on how your body your status of the body, and then you're given a method depending on how the body can take it up. We have different methods like pills, we have injectables, we have implants, we have IUD, but all these methods do not apply to everyone. Why? Because our bodies react to some of the methods have hormones. So the more hormones that they put in your body, there's a way the body reacts. So not everyone is meant to kind of use this method, especially young people. We always tell them that yes, before you go into any method, do not just go and initiate yourself, but please go to a health center. Ororo musaho omugambire method ki sana no mbiri gwawe. So these methods do not kind of work the same to all our bodies. That's why some people get complaints. Osanga mnyeto igimigamba family planning tekora family planning I was using it then nintu arenda nintungenda. So basically some people do not want to kind of consult or do not want to go to the facilities so that they are given the rightful information.
Wote muno Hassan, kamkaguze kintu kimu wataka malirize akubire wagano turkaho. Socially you have been helping these young people babendo womezo burungi, but from the economic point of view mubientasha how is the project assisting them and mba focusinga muta habokuba bene byetago nabo nkabantu
bari muno ebientasha. This project has built the capacity of young people to kind of sustain themselves, what you call sustainability. So the groups that I talked about earlier, some of those young people were empowered to kind of now think about things that can make them productive. So some of the group members started now rearing goats, others started saving, they have circles, they have poultry projects, they have other things that they're engaging in. So we said that no, some of these things are not able to be sustainable So we linked up with the leadership of the sub-counties, for example, the CDOs, and there are other leaders at the sub-county level. And we said that we need to register these groups. So, we supported these young people, the leaders of the groups, to kind of work with the CDOs so that these people can be able to register. And then also, after registering, they're given a certificate. So this CDO supports these members to register. Registering means you have a constitution, you have a committee, you have we have different roles that are given to those committee members. Then after registration, you're given a certificate. So the CDO assesses the group, the objectives, and then they process a certificate to this group. So after processing the certificate, it means this group can be able to now also get support from other government programs.
Benefit from various government programs.
Yes.
Okay. And
good news is that some of the groups that we have already benefited from the PDM, from youth livelihood programs, from
yoga,
not yoga, but UWEP.
Okay.
Yes. So some of these things are there to help young people. This is government money, but it's also for Nsingando. It is your money, young people, and you need to benefit from it. Why? Because if you don't benefit from it, other young people are going to take it elsewhere. So the project has been able to kind of support the process of having all these groups register, get certificates, and then now we're trying now to push to see at least each group should benefit from one of those government programs. And I witnessed some of those that have received, and they are very happy, and they are seeking to even receive more in the second round. For those that haven't received, they are going to receive, but for those that have received are now looking into how do we get more and more of these funds.
Ote muno asani akanta kubirika kuru kawandiriza muno hawokuba kikuru muno hako mbisa nyingi nijo government programs abamu nibesanga bali harbaje no government tetufire kandi kuno ine kukora kakuba hati manyire kakuba otemera mu muhanda gwe kintu cyone tikisobora kukwekaho. So better catch up with those opportunities. Kansabe abakuru abakora bebembera projects program ezo za government to embrace the younger people mukimanye ngo Nsinganta abo numubetaga muno abo ensonga zitalizimu batena amana batena ubumezi burungi okusobora kuombeka ihanga lino kandi cyakabiri kakuba batakwatwa kurungi mukababusagike bakagoba mu ntekaneza za government bakaikara batena sente. These people can be turn out to be very dangerous. Niba bali disparate ngo umuntu ndi wena asoko ba disparate. Niba they become criminals, you push them into becoming criminals, which is not good. Kandi akandukongera Hassan kali ogambirege Nsinganta bani kakuba baba nibagonza okwekaguza kintu cyone cya health ecubomezi tikikwetagiza all the time ubundi kwija RHU habokwe soko bekule haraho linkoku nka kirungi kugenda hirwarenya kule hii hati amarwara gugaine these services habokuba nigakwataniza na RHU kandi tukabaza RHU ebaza ekora meetings interaction na health workers kuba youth friendly bakimanyire because they were once youth or others are still youth, but also by youth nabo nibetaga privacy not Uganda youth friendly services. So ningoza kuongera kubekambisa bagenzi bange banyana banga bahereza marwaro Nsinganta bakubabizire, please pay much attention to them haboko bakakubota kikole niba bali disparate niba batenara bakonyera so kikuru muno to treat the younger people fairly well so that they can embrace your services. Nuko basobole konyera barwemo abantu abo mugaso nkainyo banasi baitu na ba doctor baitu. Mami Sebugwao, you in the next 3 minutes you can hintinga hebintu ebyo byo gonza kwentingaho nuko tubalirize utakamalirize oja kugambira abantu your contacts so that the younger people can follow up with you where necessary.
Okay. Bye muno mtekeleza program. Right here, right now, project is still on. Project here, Icharuho. We work in 8 sub-counties in the district, and then in the divisions of the Fort Portal city, the 2 divisions. So I just call upon young people in Zinganto, Zije, Zege, and then they also need to come and support and change their lives. Why? There's so many things are happening there. In Zinganto, ziliyo Zega, ziliyo zitunga obuhereza bwa government, ziliyo zitunga obuhereza obundi in terms of protecting their lives. So I'm calling upon young people to kind of look out for some of those groups, look out for the services that are being offered at the different facilities. Let them come at RHU to come and meet their other fellow young people there at the youth space. The youth corner is there. As we're trying to build it, please be around and make sure that you come and enjoy your space. But also, I'm calling upon the leadership of the different sub-counties, our gatekeepers in the schools, our gatekeepers and the facilities, our gatekeepers at home, the parents. You talked about the parents. To always be proactive in trying to support this young person. If you see a young person trying to behave in a certain way that is not right, you can always guide them. Let's try to support them in terms of trying to give them the rightful information, but also refer them to areas or places where they can get the information that can change their lives. So we're here to serve the young people. We're here to change those things that are affecting them. We're here to kind of address some of those worrying statistics that are happening within our region. We hope that at the end of the day, we're able to kind of make an impact and have a change in some of those worrying statistics in terms of unwanted pregnancies, in terms of teenage pregnancies, in terms of HIV rates, in terms of unsafe abortions, among others. So together, we can always make a difference.
No, thank you so much, Hassan. Of course, I will bring you back to give your contacts and let me make a few comments on this. Ningoza kusima omgenyi wao, omgenyi wangu, omgenyi wetu, hawakuija kandi kutubaliza ebigamba ebikuombeka nyo nitekeleza Nsinganto who are tuned in, who are hooked on to Fort TV. You are benefiting from this discussion. Invite your colleagues, many more, to join online to be benefiting from these discussions. Hati kinu ncho kufora show yenu yambaganiza kuruga show nyingi aheroku mu ma television agandi habokuba we are really looking at a healthy population in a healthy world, and that's why I always talk about my planet as a place having an alternative. We have no planet B. This is the only planet. Hati inkoku projects zigera lifespan zida niziwao obundi zindi zikerwa kuija ningoza kweka Nsinganto borabo tungiro mugisa waba muntekaniza nkazine za project nkeno ya right here right now obeire no interacting na RHU. Please yegotera omutima habokuwa kakuba project era obusumi bwaye burahwao oteja kuongera kazinge mkono ga mnyonda akorake mawo hakalema kuija project ende nangwa akasumi akemazire newe nesembera kuba ekwera amane ekwera magezi ekombekere ekutekaniza hati nora Hassan kukatugambira ekulinkingire na abakura bembeze ba district na city no genda no projects za government. So make use of this project time obokuborumu otaba mu mizano yoka kuzana tikirikibi no kusanda baitu have time really to seriously learn and get focused to benefiting while the project is still on. Etakabiri ningoza kwa manise Nsinganto mweyune kutaha mu membership ya RHU no mu project zino za Hasana kubaza habokuba haline mgasa ndi nyingi ite no mturora hano tugenda tena mu websembe bindi no kumanya kundi Nsinganto abanyakuli mu projects nkazino ntukora some enkurato no kwegesa ntetaga Nsinganto abali mu RHU bege leadership knowledge and skills of webembezi kibakita hakuwa in the first place omwebembezi togamanyo nyebembera baha no, you are a leader of yourself to yourself. No ye leading ota no yebemberota oine bagenzi bawo muko ina abantu abyaro oine abantu abakwikara nabo bundi no masomero no communities. Are you an example of a leader obora butamanyire leadership ekorweta nojo kuba nogendera mu kabandi kandi utakuba konyera icyakabiri haliyo no mugisa gwo kwega obukuli mwebembezi kubaza nabantu no kubaliza abantu public speaking is very important kakuba otatungwa okwega ebintu ebyo kandi no bitunga kuraba mu RHU mu projects nkazino za hasana kwebembera nete nambetene no journalism mu bintu ebyo munebyo oku notunga all these skills konyera at the end of the day omuntu nakumanyira na roli wembaganiza nagamba what does she associate member mu RHU rundi no buzale na RHU nagamba no wonder abakumanya RHU emigaso yayo tukuligamba ngu kwa cash no but there are many other benefits that you can get. I'm encouraging you to follow up on that, and I think that one is extremely important. Kanyikirize Hassan akole yo statement yemu yo kumalira abe contact size, and then I make the last statement and we close the day's session for this show today. Yes.
Webale muno mtekaniza program. Right now tubaza ebigambo bingi muno rundi haliwo ekigambo kitubaza nti nothing for us without us. Emyeto mwije tukorere hamu. We cannot solve problems where you're not kind of part of the solution. You're always part of the solution. Why? Because you are the ones that take charge, take the center stage in your lives. And then hariwe chakabiri kitugamba and something needs to change. Whatever you do, we always want to see if there is something which changes, and then change starts with you. A number is SIM 0774 98 03 52 0 ina chenda na mnana 0 ni 3 atano na 2. And then Airtel is 0702 98 04 52. Okay. 0 2 chenda na mnana 0 ina atano na 2.
Okay.
Mwabali muno.
Otemuno Hassan, webali kuba mgenyi murungi hawange. I'm comfortable and I'm happy. You are a good guest, one, but also two, you are focused on the younger people, which is very important. New population are mandatorily needed because they have a longer tomorrow than some of us. Kandi no koleka ngwe singante ni bafibwao akwe singante abamu bene bya kwaso kandi babine charity insoro kwa chora msango abukuba train information kumanya kukuba kufibwao hati when you get an opportunity to hook into 40 TV halaini han ukamanya any information yona no itegereza kukufibwao. So the country, the government, organizations like RHU and some of us even individually, we care about the younger people. Hakuwa tukabaho kandi abandi bachali kaba Hassan bano and abantu bana ukurora bali bakuru they went through this age, this kind of life. Abandi batatunge mugisa to benefit from such kind of projects. Bitatinyo abanyakwino mugisa mukozese opportunity comes once, and if you don't catch up with it nekurabaho. Secondly and lastly, nimbasaba ini nyo nabalineta 40 TV abakugondeze kuranga ebintu byanyu mugoza kuguza okumanyisa abantu programs zanyu, projects zanyu mukukora. Please do it with us. Eraba mulite mu 40 TV ntujja iraka lyawo kulihicha abantu. Engage with us in terms of advertising, in terms of securing programs, and you discuss like we are doing. Give us some small resources and you are part of us. Osobora kuntera nongamba mnyorokaliagira ni kikoranta then ni kugarukamu ni kuoleka kukora kikora no yangu hero. And we have very good hosts here abantu akwebembera these shows. We have many shows here, and this is one of the many that we have. But take opportunity, engage with my show here, my Plannet, because it is a rich show. Maybe to remind you of my number is 0772 68 37 19. 0772 68 37 19. The other one is 0752 550 221. 0752 550 221. Until next week, I wish you the best of the day and a nice weekend. Keep safe. Health is wealth, and we have one life to live. One life to live. One earth, one chance. Bye-bye.
Hello everyone, my name is Kagelin Trisha. I'm a member of the Youth Action Movement, which is under RHU, Reproductive Health Uganda. We came up with a messenger-based chatbot, and it's a very easy and affordable tool to use. It answers every question regarding reproductive health and other related issues. Like you can ask family planning methods, how they are done, how they're inserted, or even STDs. It can be used in this way. You enter your messenger, type in Ask RHU, and then you just ask any question that you want. It is very easy, and your identity won't be revealed or anything like that.
RHU is a tool that will help young people answer each and every question about reproductive health information, and this is a tool that will be available for you 24/7.
Yeah, to me, I think Ask RHU is one thing that young people have been waiting for. Most of the times we've been getting information which is biased, which is not correct from the social media. But now Ask RHU, with the way how you interact with the chatbot on Messenger, asking questions and knowing what you don't know, it's really important for us young people. So Ask RHU is an opportunity for us young people to know more about sexuality and for us to understand our sexual or reproductive health. Thank you so much, RHU, for a great chatbot. Thank you.
Welcome to Kabarole,